Everyone. So I'm assuming that you've already learned a little bit about how to use the envelope distort tools. I'm going to use a specific one here. I'm going to use I'll show you. So I'm going to make a word. Oh, let's make it obvious. Present. Yay. Okay. And I think what I want to do is have that word, let's make it go over here. So I'm going to take it, and because I'm going to have it run, I think I'll have it like run down, so it'll read present going this way. So I'm going to rotate this. If I hold down the shift key, it rotates at a perfect 90-degree angle, which actually is not what this is. So I'm going to angle it a little bit. There we go. All right. And I'll resize it, Option Shift to make it bigger, just so it kind of fits into that space a little bit better. Now, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. And actually, you know what, I will angle it straight. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it. And, you know, to make life easier, I'm going to lock this so I don't accidentally click on this one. And I'm going to go to Object, Envelope Distort, and I'm going to make with a mesh. Okay, so here's how this works. Think of it this way. This is a column. So I have one column, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows approximately. So basically, if I have a certain number of words, it's that. Now, just to make this absolutely clear, if I was to type the word going this way, present, and doing the same thing, so Object, Envelope Distort, oopsie, got to select it, text box, Object, Envelope Distort, make with mesh. In this case, I would have one row, right, because I'm going one across, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. Okay, so if you're like, oh, okay, so now that I have that, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to take this, and I can take these and start to stretch them out to fit this. Now, it's not going to be perfect. Like, I see I have some problems already right here where I want this P to extend over, and I guess what I could do is this, and there's a way of fine-tuning this even more afterwards, but just to show you how to get started, oopsie, I didn't grab just the anchor point. Be careful, make sure you grab just the anchor point when you do that. But you can see how you can pretty quickly stretch this out so that the letters fit, I think, pretty well. Now, obviously, it's not perfect, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to make this work. And I'll show you again how to adjust it even more in just a minute afterwards. So let me quickly get this done. Plug and chug a little bit here. All right, and once I've done this, the next part is just basic cleanup, and here's how you do that. Now, once you do this next part, you can't undo it, so just be aware of that. So I definitely want to do some more with this, and I'm finding that there's some problems with this. It's just not working very well. By the way, at any time, you can change the color and whatnot. So like I could come back and go to Envelope Distort, Edit Contents, and let's say I wanted to change the color of my word to something else, right? I can select it now, and let's say I make it, because it's kind of like a lighter green, let's say. I'll make it like a yellowy green. Okay. And then if I go back to Object, Envelope Distort. So if I have to change the spelling or anything, I can do that. And now I can select the envelope again, Object, Envelope Distort, and say Edit Envelope, and I'm back here. But what I wanted to show you is if I go to Object, Envelope Distort, Expand, okay, look what just happened. This is no longer editable as an envelope. These are now individual anchor points. So if I wanted to, and I do, really customize this, which I certainly do in this case. This is kind of like the last step. So I can really make these fit exactly like this. So in other words, the idea is that if I get rid of the image of the birthday present or whatever gift this is, the wrapped gift, it doesn't matter anymore because the words have become the shapes. So this is kind of important. If you have something that really needs that customization, which I think this actually requires, especially when I get to this spot right here. Look at this. This just looks terrible. So I think what I'm going to do is, oh, yeah, I'll do that. So it just, and I'll extend this up so that my P looks like a P. but it's going to be a P with that, and then bring the R over here. So I kind of have this sense of like overlapping going on there. Obviously, like if I have a place where I have a curve, you know, I can come back in and grab my convert anchor point tool and get rid of that so it's nice and straight. So you see how that works. It's not hard, it's just kind of time consuming. So that's where this comes in. So this is all about, you know, how long do you want to spend on something to make it look accurate. But that's the name of the game, is to make this look accurate. So if I zoom out, you can really see that if I got rid of the gift, which I'm not really ready for yet, but if I did, I feel like this shape is now still present or visible. I've done this one over here. This one obviously I need to adjust, but you get the idea of how to go about doing this. So it's really up to you how to work this. You can see the different things, like I could probably use for this one, envelope distort, make with top object would work here. I think make with mesh would work with a lot of these kinds of fine-tuning things. So again, it depends on what you're doing. But the goal is to do this first as a nice exercise so you kind of understand the concepts. And then I want you to think about what image you're going to choose for yours.